Larry, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Sick. Is everybody muted? I mean, does anyone else have I can't hear you, Larry. I don't know.
Can you hear me?
I hear you, yes.
Okay. Just want to
You have
check.
to unmute yourself, Larry. Does anyone else have a question?
If nobody asks something, Stuart, I'm very sad. I'm very scared. It's not. Don't tell me it's nothing new. I don't know. I just have to tell you. I'm very scared. I don't know why.
You're scared? What?
Why?
You know, look, Laura, the year's coming to an end. Things are changing. You've changed a lot in just the last 6 months. And, you know, there's a lot of dealing with the unknown, and it brings fear, you know? And that fear is not unhealthy. It just means that you're changing, and you have to then build a system that allows the changes to take place. So don't worry. I mean, you know, look, anyone who's not afraid of stepping into the unknown, there's something wrong with their head, you know? So just, you know, accept the fact that you are changing and have changed dramatically in your life over the last 6 months. And we're coming into a new year, a new cycle, a whole new, who knows, energy manifestation that's going to happen. So take a deep breath and open your heart and feel gratitude, and that fear will go away. It's all it takes. Open your heart and feel gratitude. Feel gratitude for how much you've changed in the last 6 months, and you really have. And the fear will just disappear, you know?
I am Stuart Sneovi. I am also feeling for the last few days just very, very sad. And I think I'm happy to hear you say that it may not be so unusual.
No, Naomi, it's the time of the year for that. You know, I mean, Christmas, New Year's, it's all about, you know, the new, stepping into the unknown, opening, you know, and there's always fear, there's always sadness, but it's also a time to let go of all that, you know, comes up because it's telling you you have to let go of it and move forward in your life. I mean, I can't remember this time of the year where there hasn't been sadness. A whole cycle is coming to an end. I've been talking about this all week. And it's time, you know, like Rudy used to give us a little exercise. You stand on a corner and you take a deep breath and you just walk away from all of the nonsense that you held on to all last year. And just let it go. Open your heart, you know, instead of being sad, feel gratitude. for whatever is manifesting in your life today. Otherwise, what's the point of all this,
Stuart, I just want to say thank you. I've had a decent year. It's been fine, but I don't know, since Zoom, I've had like the strongest classes ever since I've met you, I feel like, and I just really want to say thank you for your guidance and support. And I'm looking forward to next year. So I really appreciate everything. Thank you so much.
And Laura, honestly, when I see you, it just opens my heart so deeply. Because I told you 1,000 times, I remember the day I met you and I thought I'd never see you again. And that was many years later, And when I
12
see
years.
brightness, I see how you're raising your child, how you're living your life. I mean, it just opens my heart. Just makes me very grateful, just to see the change that has taken place in your life. And it's come about because of your dedication to your inner work. You really have made a commitment to this, and look what's happened to you. It's just wonderful,
Thank you.
I mean it. I mean, a smile, everything, the confidence in you. My God, I just look at you and I say, okay, next year's going to be great.
Yes.
I mean it. And that should be in all of us, that confidence, that work that really changes us and enables us to truly tap a much deeper energy inside, that enables us above everything to understand that you're not going to get out of sadness by looking for things in the world. I mean, this world is, you're going to get out of sadness by connecting with God, connecting with higher energy in the universe, opening your heart to that. Somebody's coming to class now. The class is over. That will get rid of the sadness. Because honestly, there's so much negative energy in our world. And I've learned, I said it the other day, I was watching this comedy routine, about these two people that I really used to like a lot back in the 60s, Elaine May and Mike Nichols. They were very funny and very in the moment. And Mike Nichols says to Elaine May, and I almost fell off my chair. He said, everything exists in the present except the human mind, which attaches itself, everything, this monitor, this meditation class, my talk, it all is in the present. The wind, the sky, the lights on in my room here. It's all in the present. The only thing that connects with the past is the mind. And the mind connects with the past and conjures up sadness and unhappiness and all kinds of tensions, that manifest that way, only because it hasn't learned how to stay centered in the very core of our being. If it has been trained to do that, that sadness will go away in literally 2 minutes. It'll just disappear. Because if you learn how to do that and you master that, then the heart will open. And when the heart opens, it's love, it's joy, it's kindness, it's happiness. So, I tell you, when I heard him say that, I said, oh my God, that's one of the best things I heard all year, because it's true. Everything exists in the present, everything, except the mind, which is constantly conjuring up all of that negative energy from the past. And it only does it because it lacks the training to stay centered. And that's why, look, I have all these classes and I teach what I teach, is for people to learn how to get that training, that discipline, that foundation inside themselves that keeps them living in the present. And if you live in the present, yeah, there'll be touches of sadness, because even in the present, there's a lot of crap that goes on, but you will have the strength to let go of it. And it's not going to take over inside you. It's not going to drain your life out of you. It's not going to drain your energy out of you. And I talk about this a lot because it's really the foundation of everything I teach. And, I know it certainly has saved my life just learning how to do that. Because I was, when I was younger, I was Mr. Sadness personified. Depression, sadness, unhappiness, anger. When I was in my early 20s and my teens, man, I was impossible to be around. And when I learned how to do this, I don't have time for depression anymore. I really don't. It comes, a little taste of it, and you just bring it into the chakra below and it just disappears. But that's the training. And I can't emphasize it enough. Otherwise, these things, emotional things, they take over. And they can stay with you for months. And I know, man, I used to get depressed when I was younger, 3-4 months at a time. And it was horrible. It was just horrible. And I could always feel it coming. And I had no way to prevent it until I learned what I learned from Rudy, my teacher. Then I knew how to change it, how to transform it. And this time of the year, there's a great deal of that, with this COVID thing that is suddenly, it's gotten 5 times worse than it was last year. And, it's unbelievable, what's going on. And yet I honestly, you might tell me I'm crazy. I honestly believe that everything that's going on in the world, from global warming to COVID and to all the problems that exist politically and otherwise in this world, are nothing more and less a reflection of the craziness that goes on inside every human being. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think that's going to ever change. The only way it can change is if people change inside themselves. And our work is to get strong enough to where even though that craziness goes on in the world, it's not going to get us depressed. We have another purpose. We have built a system that is strong enough to detach from all of that stuff. And the thought that somehow that's going to go away, I think, is delusional. It's not. Because how many people on this planet work on themselves? Everybody's trying to fix what's out there. And you can't fix it until people fix themselves. And if you fix yourself and master the inner chaos, yeah, it goes on, but you don't get involved. You are strong enough to detach from it and not allow it to affect how you live your life in the moment. And I must admit, it's one of the greatest things I learned from my teacher, how to do that.
Thank you. I can feel now I open my heart because I was sick and everything. I am so grateful.
Be grateful, Laura.
You.
Listen, dear, you're a beautiful, I spent a great year with you, watching you change and grow, okay? Let's go into the next year, building on everything that happened this year, okay? I think it would be a great way to embrace the next year. Building your life, my life, everybody here's life based on everything that has happened to us that has helped us to grow this year. What a way to embrace 2022. And get stronger and not walk around expecting the world to be any less crazy. It's not going to be. But we can get strong enough not to allow it to determine how we live our lives every day. There can be joy in our hearts. I mean, I once wrote in a book, you know, life is a circus, but nobody goes to the circus to have a lousy time. You know, it's really true. You go to enjoy yourself. Well, life is a circus. It's a three-ring circus of insanity and joy and love and fun, but a lot of craziness, you know? But nobody comes here to be miserable and unhappy, although you wouldn't believe it by what goes on the earth, you know? But nobody comes here to be unhappy. We come here with wonderful infants born with love and sweetness, and people can't take their eyes off us. There's a connection with spirit. And then somehow this whole thing changes. And it changes because people don't have training. They don't know how to use their inner work, their spiritual practice to transform all the negativity into something that truly is life-giving and of a positive nature. So let's go into the new year this way. I really mean it. I don't want the other. You know, let's really, you know, yeah, there's going to be sadness and things happen that, you know, but learn how to go above it and get stronger than it and be free of it. I mean, that's an incredible way to live. Does anybody else have a question? Okay, you know, I know a number of you live in Israel. This is not your new year coming up. I wish you a happy new year anyway, you know? And it's the end of a cycle. And so God bless everybody. And thank you for being here with me this year, because your presence has really helped me to grow, you know, and to develop my spiritual life and spiritual practice. So bless you all. And let's go into the new year. The next class will be on Sunday. And embrace it and let it really be, let us build on everything that has taken place this year. I think that would be an amazing way to embrace the new year. So God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful New Year's. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody on Sunday.
God bless you and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, Stuart.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.